Kelly became an international icon of beauty and glamour. Born in 1929 in Philadelphia,
Grace Kelly had it all: beauty, fame, and fortune. However, behind the glamorous image was a hidden truth that remained unknown for years. While the world admired her fairy tale romance with the Prince of Monaco.
Well, today, back in 1982, Hollywood star and real-life princess Grace Kelly dies.
Little did they know that it would lead to the unraveling of her wealth and ultimately her tragic death. In her final hours, she was left with mere thousands to her name, a stark contrast from her once lavish lifestyle. This has raised questions like, what led to Grace Kelly's untimely demise? Is there more to her story than meets the eye? Join us as we uncover the untold story of Grace Kelly. And 20 years after she died, Grace Kelly's royal husband finally confesses the truth. Background and early childhood of Grace Kelly. Grace Patricia Kelly was born on November 12, 1929, into a prominent family in Philadelphia. Her father, Jack Brendan Kelly Sr., had achieved Olympic glory in sculling, and her uncles were involved in vaudeville and Pulitzer Prize-winning playwriting. Her mother, Margaret Catherine Major, was the first coach of women's athletic teams at the University of Pennsylvania. Kelly was the third of 4 children and was named after her father's sister, who died at a very young age. Grace's early years were filled with the influence of her family's impressive lineage, but her dreams and aspirations were yet to unfold. From a young age, Grace displayed a passion for the dramatic arts. At just 12 years old, she began participating in school plays, dramas, and dance programs, showcasing her natural flair for performance. However, her strict Catholic upbringing presented a stark contrast to her burgeoning desire for stardom. Despite the support and encouragement she received from her family, Grace's aspirations were met with resistance, particularly from her father. He held traditional values and viewed the entertainment industry with skepticism, believing that acting was not a suitable path for his daughter. In his eyes, pursuing a career in acting was akin to straying from the respectable path he had envisioned for her. Nevertheless, Grace's determination and passion for the arts could not be dampened. While acting remained a contentious issue, she found solace and opportunity in the world of modeling. In 1947, she took a significant step toward her future by signing with the Walter Thornton Model Agency. This marked the beginning of a transformative journey that would ultimately lead her to unforeseen heights of success and acclaim. Grace Kelly's journey to stardom was far from an overnight success story. It was a tale of resilience, hard work, and unwavering determination. Her path to fame began in the bustling streets of New York City, where she ventured after kick-starting her modeling career. But life in the Big Apple was not all glitz and glamour for Grace. She faced numerous challenges and setbacks along the way, shaping her into the iconic figure she would later become. What were these challenges? How was she able to handle them? Or did her career take a downward dive? Stay tuned as we dive deeper. The promising career of Grace Kelly. In the early days of her career, Grace took on a variety of modeling gigs, from promoting bug sprays to advertising cigarettes. These seemingly ordinary jobs may have appeared far from the high fashion and luxury brands she would eventually be associated with, but they played a crucial role in laying the foundation for her extraordinary journey to stardom. It was during this time that Grace caught the eye of television producer Delbert Mann, who recognized something special in her. He cast her as the lead in an adaptation of the Sinclair Lewis novel Bethel Merriday, marking the beginning of her television career. This opportunity opened doors for Grace, leading to her involvement in nearly 60 live television programs. It was a pivotal moment that set the stage for her future success. As Grace's talent continued to shine, she garnered recognition from Theatre World magazine as the most promising personality on the Broadway stage of 1950. Her notable works on stage showcased her versatility and undeniable presence as a performer, laying the groundwork for her transition to the silver screen. Grace's big break came when producer Stanley Kramer offered her a role opposite Gary Cooper in Fred Zinman's High Noon. Despite facing criticism for her performance, Grace was determined to prove her detractors wrong and establish herself as a formidable actress. This drive led her to hone her skills and secure another significant role in the film Mogambo, which turned out to be a resounding success. It was a turning point in Grace's career, a time when she began to garner more attention, love, and public acclaim. Her journey to stardom reached new heights when she embarked on a collaboration with the legendary Alfred Hitchcock. Working with Hitchcock opened up a world of opportunities for Grace, propelling her into the spotlight and solidifying her status as a leading actress in Hollywood. In 1954, Grace's cinematic journey soared to new heights, with her starring role in the thrilling film Dial M for Murder, alongside acclaimed actor Ray Milland. Little did she know that amidst the intensity of filming, a fateful encounter would ignite an infamous affair between them, adding a layer of complexity to her burgeoning career. Despite the personal tumult, Grace's professional prowess shone brightly, culminating in her triumphant win at the Academy Awards for her compelling performance in The Country Girl. However, amidst the glow of her newfound success, the shadows of scandal began to loom over Grace's Hollywood starlet persona. Her burgeoning relationships with co-stars became fodder for tabloid gossip, threatening to overshadow her achievements on the silver screen. Yet amidst the whirlwind of speculation and scrutiny, fate intervened most unexpectedly. From Hollywood to Monaco royalty. It all began at the illustrious Cannes Film Festival in 1955, a setting fit for a fairy tale romance. Grace's life took a momentous turn when she received an invitation to join Prince Rainier III of Monaco for a photo session at the opulent palace. Despite initial delays and logistical challenges, the stars aligned, and on May 6, 1955, Grace and Prince Rainier finally came face to face. The chemistry between them was undeniable from the start, igniting instant sparks and setting the stage for a whirlwind romance that captured the world's imagination. As they navigated the complexities of their different worlds, one question lingered in the air. Could their love withstand the scrutiny and expectations that came with their respective roles? A year-long courtship followed, filled with moments of joy, doubt, and ultimately a decision that would change their lives forever. Grace and Prince Rainier chose to embark on a lifelong journey together, a decision that would require them to navigate not only their relationship, but also the public scrutiny that came with their union. Their union, in adherence to Monaco tradition, required two ceremonies, civil and religious. The civil ceremony, a brief yet regal affair, took place on April 18, 1956, witnessed by 3,000 Monacan citizens in the palace throne room. The following day, the religious ceremony unfolded in Monaco's St. Nicholas Cathedral, captivating over 30 million television viewers and marking a milestone in modern media coverage. Grace's transformation from a Hollywood actress to Monacan royalty was epitomized by her wedding gown, a masterpiece of couture crafted by the renowned Helen Rose from MGM. It took the skilled hands of 36 dressmakers 6 weeks to bring this gown fit for a princess to life. As Grace glided down the aisle, she exuded elegance and grace, embodying the essence of a fairy tale princess overnight. The once struggling actress stepped into the role of a princess, bidding farewell to her acting career.
The great day approaches at last when Grace Kelly of Philadelphia, USA, will become the bride of Rainier, Prince of Monaco.
And embracing the responsibilities of royal duties and motherhood with dedication and poise. While many celebrated her newfound status, Envy simmered beneath the surface for some. However, Grace approached her new role with humility and a genuine desire to make a positive impact beyond the confines of palace walls. Princess Grace dedicated herself wholeheartedly to philanthropy, championing causes close to her heart and spreading kindness wherever she went. Her royal travels took her to distant corners of the globe, where she tirelessly advocated for art, institutions, and charitable endeavors. Her passion for making a difference extended to the written word, as she authored her own book, leaving an enduring legacy of compassion and generosity. Yet, behind the glamour and prestige, there were hidden struggles. How did Grace navigate the complexities of her new role while staying true to herself? The answers lie in the untold stories and revelations about to come. Grace Kelly's secret struggle behind the glamour. When Grace Kelly made the life-altering decision to leave behind her illustrious Hollywood career and marry Prince Rainier III, the sovereign of the minuscule Principality of Monaco, she believed she had found her happily ever after. Yet 6 years into their marriage, the fairy tale facade began to crumble. The once charming prince revealed a domineering nature and a volatile temper that cast a shadow over their marriage. Despite the joy of bearing him an heir and an elder daughter, Grace found herself increasingly isolated and disenchanted within the gilded confines of her royal existence. The glitz and glamour of her Hollywood days seemed like a distant memory, overshadowed by the suffocating weight of her royal responsibilities. Amidst this turmoil, a glimmer of hope presented itself in the form of a tantalizing offer to star in Alfred Hitchcock's upcoming thriller, Marnie, for a staggering sum of $1 million, equivalent to $7.6 million in today's currency. It wasn't just the prospect of wealth that beckoned her, it was the chance to reclaim a semblance of the independence and agency she felt she had lost in her marriage. The opportunity to step back into the world of acting, even if only for a brief moment, ignited a spark within her, a spark that had been dimmed by the confines of her royal role. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Grace sought solace in Father Francis Tucker, Rainer's trusted confidant and chaplain. As they shared a glass of whiskey in the secluded chambers of the palace, she bared her soul, laying bare the inner turmoil that had been festering within her, the weight of Prince Rainier's authoritarian rule and his explosive outbursts, which had taken a toll on her spirit. At 32 years old, Grace found herself grappling with a profound sense of loneliness and despair, yearning for a freedom that seemed increasingly elusive within the confines of her royal role. The palace walls, once a symbol of grandeur, now felt like suffocating barriers closing in on her with each passing day. The opulence that once dazzled her now served as a constant reminder of the sacrifices she had made in the name of love and duty. The tantalizing offer to return to the silver screen beckoned to her like a siren's call, whispering promises of liberation and rediscovery unraveling. The complexities of the Grace of Monaco in the realm of Hollywood biopics. Grace of Monaco stands out as a film that delves into the inner turmoil and longing for liberation experienced by the iconic Grace Kelly.
Grace Kelly, one of the most famous actors of hers, a delicate beauty who won the Academy Award for Best Actress, then gave up her promising career to become Princess of Monaco.
While the movie has faced its share of criticism for alleged glamorization and historical inaccuracies, it offers a nuanced exploration of Grace's struggles within her marriage to Prince Rainier III of Monaco. Drawing upon extensive research and interviews with palace insiders, the script paints a poignant picture of Grace's desperate yearning for freedom, a facet of her life often overshadowed by her glamorous public image. The royal family's apprehension about the film stems from the fear that it might break the long-standing Hollywood taboo surrounding the portrayal of the truth behind Grace Kelly's marriage on the silver screen. The portrayal of Rainier in the script depicts him as sleeping in a separate room from Grace and being preoccupied during the day. But it notably glosses over allegations of his infidelity. This omission has sparked discussions about the film's portrayal of the darker aspects of Rainer's behavior, such as his reported promiscuity and cruelty. Wendy Lee, a biographer of the princess, has pointed out that the film offers only a superficial glimpse into Grace's life and fails to delve into the complexities of Rainer's actions. Her book, True Grace, delves deeper into the intricacies of the royal marriage, portraying Rainier as a suave and cigar-smoking prince who engaged in extramarital affairs soon after Grace's pregnancy. During their honeymoon, the book alleges that Rainier maintained relationships with at least 3 mistresses within months of their marriage, an aspect of their relationship that the film chooses to omit. These revelations add layers of complexity to Grace's internal struggles and her quest for autonomy within the confines of her marriage. Amidst her battles with loneliness and homesickness, Grace found solace in the kitchen, preparing American dishes for Rainier in rare moments of tenderness. However, her adjustment to the climate in Monaco proves challenging as she grapples with health issues like conjunctivitis, hay fever, and insomnia, which further exacerbates her feelings of discontent. In a rare moment of vulnerability, she begins composing a secret letter to her mother, expressing her misery and desire to end her marriage. This poignant glimpse into Grace's emotional turmoil highlights the depth of her internal struggles and the weight of her unspoken desires for liberation. The arrival of Alfred Hitchcock offered Grace a glimmer of hope for escape, offering her the lead role in a lucrative film. He presented her with a chance to leave Monaco behind. This pivotal moment raises questions about Grace's internal conflict and her yearning for freedom as she contemplates her options. She grapples with the visibility of her unhappiness and the potential repercussions of pursuing her path. Grace's marital woes extend beyond Rainer's temper, tantrums, and frequent absences as depicted in the script. She must adhere to strict rules, including refraining from voicing her opinions and constantly smiling at Rainer's side. This stifling environment further strains their relationship and adds layers of complexity to Grace's internal struggles. During a New Year's Eve party, tensions between Grace and Rainier escalate when she engages in a debate with the then French President Charles. Rainer's subsequent outburst underscores his expectations of her compliance and subservience. Reports from some biographers suggest that Rainier's controlling behavior bordered on violence, hinting at a darker side to their relationship. When Grace expresses her desire to accept Hitchcock's offer, Rainier initially appears supportive, but later reverses his decision, insisting that she reject the role. This pivotal moment underscores the power dynamics within their marriage and Grace's limited agency in pursuing her aspirations. The film's portrayal of Grace's eventual pursuit of divorce from Rainier remains a contentious point. While the script draws from various sources, including a book published under a pseudonym in France, the precise details of Grace's intentions remain speculative. This ambiguity adds an air of mystery to Grace's internal struggles and her unspoken desires for autonomy, feeling trapped in her opulent but suffocating life. Grace Kelly's contemplation on divorce. Grace reportedly sought solace in the possibility of divorce by consulting an American lawyer for advice. However, upon learning that she risked losing custody of her children, she reluctantly abandoned the idea, resigning herself to her fate in Monaco. The untold story of Grace Kelly in Grace of Monaco offers a compelling exploration of her inner turmoil and longing for liberation from an oppressive marriage. While it has sparked debates about historical accuracy in and portrayal, it sheds light on the complexities of Grace's life beyond her glamorous public persona. The tragic and mysterious death of Grace Kelly. The world was left in shock and mourning on September 14, 1982, when news of Grace Kelly's tragic death spread like wildfire.
Princess Grace was driving on a dangerous mountain road near Monaco with her teenage daughter, Princess Stephanie. That drive ended in a tragic car crash that took her life.
The beloved actress and former Princess of Monaco had been involved in a devastating car crash the day before, along with her daughter, Princess Stephanie. The details of the accident, however, have been shrouded in mystery and controversy, leaving many unanswered questions about the true cause of Grace's untimely demise. Initial reports of the accident sparked confusion and speculation, with some claiming that it was Stephanie, not Grace, who was behind the wheel. This misconception arose from accounts given by the first responder at the scene, who mentioned pulling Stephanie out of the driver's side of the car. However, Stephanie later clarified that the passenger door was completely smashed in, forcing her to exit from the driver's side. As more details emerged, it became clear that Grace and Stephanie were en route to Paris, where Stephanie was set to begin school. Grace's chauffeur had offered to drive them in the princess's 11-year-old Rover, but Grace insisted on driving herself due to the limited space in the car with their luggage. Tragically, just 2 miles outside of Turbo, Grace missed a sharp turn, causing the car to plummet over a 120-feet slope. Stephanie later recounted the harrowing moments leading up to the crash, revealing that her mother had expressed panic as she struggled to stop the car. According to her, Mommy kept saying, "I can't stop, the brakes don't work, I can't stop." She also disclosed that Grace had been suffering from a headache and appeared to black out momentarily before losing control of the vehicle. Both Grace and Stephanie were rushed to the hospital following the crash. While Stephanie was fortunate to escape with minor injuries and was discharged the next day, Grace's condition took a turn for the worse. She suffered a second hemorrhage, likely as a result of the accident, and, tragically, never regained consciousness. The world was left reeling at the loss of a true icon at the age of 52. In the wake of Grace's passing, her funeral was held at the Cathedral of Our Lady Immaculate in Monaco-Ville. On September 18, 1982, the somber occasion drew over 400 attendees, including notable figures such as Cary Grant, Nancy, Reagan, Daniele Meaden, Empress Farah of Iran, and Diana, Princess of Wales. However, amidst the outpouring of grief and tributes, a haunting question lingered in the air. Could there be more to Grace's death than meets the eye? Rumors and whispers began to circulate, suggesting that perhaps the Grimaldi royal family was cursed. Was this mere speculation? Or could there be some truth to the notion that a dark cloud loomed over the illustrious family? Let's find out. Accursed Monacan royal heritage. The Grimaldi royal family, much like a handful of other historical families, were believed to be famously cursed. According to reports, the Gales, originally hailed from Genoa, Italy, officially gained control of Monaco in 1419. Prince Rainier III's great-grandfather, Albert III, was the prince who gave Monaco a constitution in 1911. That being said, the menacing lore that has plagued the family began even before. Then legend has it that in the 13th century, Prince Rainier I committed a heinous act by kidnapping and raping someone whom he thought was a beautiful maiden, but was a witch. After this ordeal, the entire family's bloodline, the witch declared, that never will a Grimaldi find true happiness in marriage. This curse has woven its way through generations, leaving a trail of tragedy and turmoil in its wake. The Grimaldi family's history is riddled with scandal, betrayal, and heartache, from rumors of infidelity to traumatic deaths. The dark secrets of the family have been shrouded in mystery for centuries. The Independent newspaper succinctly puts it that scandal, divorce, and rumors of infidelity have haunted them for decades, to the point that they have been dubbed Europe's most dysfunctional family. One can't help but wonder, if there is some truth to the curse that has haunted the Grimaldi family. For so long, the marriage of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III was no exception to the family's tumultuous legacy. Their union was plagued by persistent rumors of infidelity and betrayal. Despite the glitz and glamour that surrounded their fairy tale romance, there was an underlying sense of unease that seemed to follow them. Princess Grace's untimely and tragic death only added to the air of mystery that envelops the Grimaldi family. So was it truly an accident, or was there something more sinister at play? The unanswered questions only served to deepen the enigma surrounding the family's dark secrets. It becomes increasingly clear that there is more than meets the eye. The untold financial struggles of Grace Kelly. In a recent documentary titled Grace Kelly, The Missing Millions, shocking revelations about Princess Grace's financial situation came to light, shedding new light on the untold story of her struggles. It was disclosed that at the time of her passing, she had only $10,000 in her bank account and a small cottage in Ireland. This revelation completely shifted the public's perception of her fairy tale existence, leaving many wondering how such a glamorous and celebrated figure could have faced such financial hardship. The story of Princess Grace's financial struggles began to unfold as it was revealed that she had paid a staggering $2 million dowry to marry Prince Rainier III. This exorbitant sum completely depleted her savings and inheritance, painting a picture of sacrifice and love that few had anticipated. The idealized image of her life was challenged, and a more complex and human narrative emerged. The decision to marry Prince Rainier III came at a great cost for Grace. Not only did she leave behind her successful acting career in her beloved homeland, but she also relinquished her financial independence to fully embrace her new royal role. Despite the sacrifices, she wholeheartedly dedicated herself to her role as a cherished princess and a loving mother to her 3 children.
I suppose I have a certain peace of mind, yes. And my children give me a great deal of happiness.
However, the tragic circumstances surrounding Grace's financial situation shed light on a much deeper revelation about her life, transitioning into the details of her financial struggles. It becomes evident that the glamorous facade of royalty often masked the harsh realities that Grace Kelly. Faced with only $10,000 in her bank account and a small cottage in Ireland, she found herself in a precarious financial situation that contradicted the opulence associated with her title. The contrast between her public image and her private financial struggles raises questions about the true cost of maintaining a royal lifestyle. Delving deeper into the implications of her financial hardships, one can't help but wonder about the emotional toll it took on Princess Grace. How did she cope with the burden of financial insecurity while fulfilling her duties as a princess and a mother? An enduring legacy of the fairy tale princess. Grace Kelly's life story is a captivating tale that has left an enduring legacy since her passing. Grace's life has been both idolized and closely examined, revealing the real challenges she faced behind the glamour. Her transition from a Hollywood star to Monaco's princess is a compelling narrative of love, loss, and sacrifice. Exploring the hidden sacrifices for love and family that shaped her remarkable life as one of the classic Hitchcock blondes, Grace's elegance and grace on screen have solidified her status as an iconic Hollywood film star. Her performances continue to inspire aspiring actors and actresses, leaving an indelible mark on cinematic history. But it's not just her on-screen presence that has left a lasting legacy. Grace's personal collection of over 9,000 books and sheet music now resides in the Princess Grace Irish Library, a tribute to her passion for literature and the arts. Monaco, the principality that Kelly called home, has also paid homage to her memory in various ways. A rose garden in Monaco's Frontville district stands as a beautiful tribute to the princess, with a hybrid tea rose named after her, Rosa Princess de Monaco. The garden, adorned with 4,000 roses, is a serene reminder of Grace's enduring charm and grace. Additionally, the Avenue Princess Grace in Monaco, known as the most expensive street in the world, is named in her honor, as is Boulevard Princess Grace de Monaco in France. These physical landmarks serve as a constant reminder of Grace's influence and impact on the world around her. The legacy of Grace Kelly extends beyond Monaco's borders, with international exhibitions and commemorative coins celebrating her life and achievements. In 2007, an international-scale exhibition titled The Grace Kelly Years, Princess of Monaco, showcased letters, personal belongings, fashion accessories, and sound recordings that offered a glimpse into Grace's extraordinary life.
We will, of course, also look at the holy grail of €2 coins, the Grace Kelly coin from 2007.
The exhibition served as a poignant reminder of her enduring legacy and timeless allure. Furthermore, commemorative coins and postage stamps have been issued to mark significant milestones in Grace's life, ensuring that her memory lives on for generations to come. Grace's impact is not limited to the world of entertainment and royalty. Her love for sports and athleticism is commemorated through the Princess Grace Challenge Cup at the Henley Royal Regatta. This tribute to her passion for sport serves as a reminder of her multifaceted personality and interest beyond the silver screen. Additionally, various hotels have established suites inspired by her life and likeness, allowing guests to immerse themselves in the elegance and sophistication that defined Grace's persona. Following the enduring legacy, there have been different portrayals of Grace Kelly in films, and these have been met with mixed reactions. While Cheryl Ladd portrayed her in a TV film in 1983, it was Nicole Kidman's portrayal in Grace of Monaco 2014 that garnered widespread criticism. Many felt that the film was overly dramatic and lacked depth, failing to capture the true essence of Grace's life. Despite these portrayals, Grace Kelly's real-life story remains a source of inspiration and fascination for audiences worldwide. Most recently, in November 2022, the Monet de Paris Mint issued silver and gold coins to commemorate the 40th anniversary of Grace Kelly's passing, further solidifying her lasting impact on the world with the consent of Prince Albert II. These coins stand as a tangible reminder of her enduring legacy and the continued fascination with her remarkable life. Grace Kelly's story is a captivating blend of glamour and tragedy, filled with hidden sacrifices for love and family. Her enduring legacy continues to engage and inspire, offering important lessons about the realities behind a life of fame. It serves as a poignant reminder of the complex balance of personal sacrifice in the unpredictable nature of life. As we reflect on Grace Kelly's untold story, we are left with questions about the depth of her impact and the timeless allure of her legacy. Grace Kelly's enduring legacy leaves us with a sense of wonder and admiration for the woman behind the icon, ensuring that her remarkable story will continue to captivate audiences for years to come. Her influence is felt not only through films and royal history, but also through the ongoing philanthropic work inspired by her life. The Princess Grace Foundation continues to support emerging talent in theater, dance, and film, something Grace herself would have championed. With every tribute, statue, and memorial, the world continues to honor her elegance, strength, and compassion. Grace Kelly was more than just a princess or a movie star. She was a symbol of timeless grace, resilience, and quiet strength. In a world fascinated by celebrity and royalty, her story endures as a rare example of both, reminding us that behind the spotlight, often lies a profound and human journey worth remembering. Thank you for watching. Check out another interesting video by clicking on the link appearing on your screen right now. See you on the other side.